Alright, let's get this show on the road. Game's finally out, and I don't know how the quality is gonna be since I'm doing remote play and I'm like half an hour away from my PS5. Okay, yeah, normal. Maybe I'll raise it later. Hearing a lot about how easy this is even on the hardest difficulty, but that's fine with me. Might increase the difficulty if it's so easy. I don't think I'll die, even if I make a lot of dumb mistakes, though. Yeah. Uh, so, yeah, that's a nope. I don't, well, hmm. Yeah, Death Stranding, blah, 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 blah. Since most could neither see nor sense BTs, people lived in fear of them, withdrawing from the outside world. Cities became isolated, and humanity crept toward extinction. To unite what was left of America, a porter named Sam forged a bond with a bridge baby called Lou, who possessed a special connection to the other side. Together they journeyed west across the continent, reconnecting the people through the chiral network. But on the day that the United Cities of America celebrated the nation's rebirth, Sam and Lou vanished without a trace. Though UCA officials attempted to track them down, the pair's whereabouts remain unknown.
Me? I've always loved porters. Through freezing rain and biting wind, across rivers, mountains, and endless deserts. They come to deliver something priceless, a glimpse of a life I've never known. They're my window, my sole connection to the outside world. And I know they'll be back again, today.
-61. Have I ever really loved someone? Do I deserve what I've got? Now the gray systems turn into traps and the fear is switching sides. I own $1 million worth of stock, but I still won't sleep at night. What is it that I've become? -61. Now the water level rises high in my cold paradise, where men sit in circles and talk numbers I never really liked. The way they think of life as some kind of gamble and watch the city drown. Where is it that I belong? try to find.
Okay, time to head home.
Damn. Looks better than I thought it would. It is a little fuzzy though. Alright. Yeah, a little bit of lag here and there. Not bad for mobile hotspot though. Who would leave a blood bag here? Okay. Cinema camera. Oh shit. This is cool and all, but it is a little bit difficult to control. You know, the ridge is a nice anchor, but damn. And yeah, I know I could reset it, but cinema.
Well, we're pretty far from home.
Still. Yep, I veered off. The music picks back up when you get back on the trail. That's cute.
Let's head home before it gets dark.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel that. Damn shaky. Oh shit. Okay, you're all right.
This is a little awkward.
Let's go home and get you fed.
Uses the motion controls for that instead of the left stick. Not a fan of that. It was already a little strange to do in the first game. Getting the right rhythm. Don't want to shake them too hard, of course. And, yeah, this is base PS5. It's on quality mode, so the FPS is gonna be, like, I think limited to 30. But it's not too bad. Might try a performance mode when I get home before I start the next recording or start streaming.
Great. Rain. Gotta move.
Oh, the wind is more noticeable in this game. In the first game, you had to carry quite a bit for it to push you around like this. The rain probably doesn't help the footing either. Climbing. Oh. I should have known. Okay. Maybe we'll go down here.
Almost there.
Oh, we have a ladder. Okay. Yeah. Switch between weapons and tools. Select category. Yeah, just like the first game. Okay. Maybe not exactly, though. They didn't have sections dedicated like this. They were on, yeah, like weapons and tools from Well, I guess they were on the same wheel, but they weren't broken down like this. They just had multiple pages. Whatever. Well, this takes some getting used to. There we go. You can connect ladders on this. Neat.
There, we made it. Not bad, little porter. Not bad at all. Okay, Lou. Time for some nom-noms. Come on, open up. There you go.
The whale is a little excessive. They weren't that common in the first game, I think.
Who's there? Who are you? Fragile?
Were you cooking?
What are you doing here?
I've been looking for you.
Nothing's worrying me.
Wow. Lou's growing up fast. You two look good. Like a happy family. Here's a gift. The finest Carol printed diapers.
Thank God. How'd you track us down?
Your neighbor got hooked up to the Carol network. Service now extends to the whole region. I let myself in with this. You can use Carol printers now, too.
Guess it's time we thought about moving. Maybe further south. You know, I'm surprised you used the front door for once.
My jumping days are behind me. Overdoing it left me with some kind of syndrome. They call it jump shock.
You care for a drink?
Thank you, but no. I should get straight to the point.
Business, huh? I mean, for a moment there, I thought maybe you wanted to catch up.
I have a job for you. Take it, and that whole mess over how you left Bridges will be wiped from the record. You won't have to live in hiding anymore.
What about Lou?
That's a little more complicated. We're talking about a Bridges asset. You'll have to work it out. Sam, you brought America together. Helped it be reborn as the UCA. But I'm afraid that Death Stranding is far from over. Humanity is still in danger. Still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it. A lot of things changed after you went off on your own. Especially within the UCA. Bridges no longer oversees the distribution network. They withdrew once things were up and running. So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways. And that's not all. Die Hard Man is not the president of the UCA anymore. In case you're wondering who's handling distribution now, A Pass 4000 has revolutionized the whole process. It utilizes the Carol network to manage and carry out deliveries. Within network coverage, there's no need to rely on human porters anymore. And no need for Fragile Express, of course. So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA. We decided to call ourselves Drawbridge. And we still require the services of human porters that can work outside the network. Preferably ones with dooms who can sense BTs. Sam, I'm asking you to go to Mexico. To extend the Carol network to the south. Just like you did when you went out west.
You're asking, or is this coming from the UCA?
Both. The UCA came to Drawbridge, and now I'm coming to you. So, what do you say?
Seriously, why me?
There are several reasons I thought of you for this job. Deadman, for one. He's currently working at a lab in southern Mexico. I don't know the details, but the research they're conducting there is important. Very important. And there are certain things he'd like to tell you in person.
Hmm.
Well, that was one reason. You got more?
I do. And this one's serious. There is some BT territory near that lab I mentioned. They monitor the chiralium levels, and recently, they've observed unusual activity. The cause is still unclear, but they seem to think there's a good chance a massive BT is headed their way. And if they're right, then I want you there, ready to kill it before it kills them. Don't forget, Sam. You were the first person in the world to ever take out a BT.
The dialogue thing is new. This wasn't in the first game. I kind of preferred that, but it's not a big deal. So, boss fight, probably linking up with an old character. Alright. The deal really isn't a good one, the one they presented earlier. Like, yeah, his record gets swiped from the UCA, so he doesn't have to worry about being on the run, but the kid is really the main thing he cares about, and he has to have that worked out on his own, pretty much. Doesn't really sound great.
Guess that makes sense. But something's still bugging me.
What?
All this talk about extending the network into Mexico. Isn't the UCA basically expanding their territory? Taking control? Claiming it for their own?
Sam, it's not like that. They're not trying to take over the world. They just want to link up new areas with the chiral network. Like the internet before the Death Stranding. Public infrastructure to connect people. Which is why, instead of turning to an established government agency like Bridges, the UCA contracted a private organization like ours, who then decided to employ the services of a freelancer like yourself. So please, Sam, won't you help us out? Chiralium contamination is severe. Some areas have it worse than anything you experienced back in the UCA. The timefall storms are growing more intense as well. And, as you can imagine, everything in their path is subject to temporal acceleration. Objects and structures degrade rapidly, while animals and humans grow old and frail in the blink of an eye. Timefall often precedes the appearance of BTs there too. So you should do everything you can to stay out of it as much as possible. There are many other dangers, though. The rivers can flood in an instant, and earthquakes happen daily. Mexico has no shortage of beached things. Spirits of the dead washed up from the other side were stranded there just like everywhere else. Any human corpse that hasn't been properly disposed of will become a BT. And any living human that comes into contact with a BT will get dragged into the depths of the tar. Giant BTs can and will emerge from the tar as well. And if they succeed in consuming a living human being, they'll trigger a void out, destroying everything nearby in a massive explosion. Several Mexican cities were wiped off the map in this way. The survivors have since become divided and isolated. As most people cannot see BTs, they live in fear of them, and that fear has made them too terrified to venture outside.
Now this, I guess I don't like. The yes or no just seems Uh, like, at least in the first game, he would have said no, for sure. But I'm not sure there's enough information here for me to want to make a choice like this. Hmm, but I guess I've already said there isn't really much incentive here for me to want to help out. And for his character, he wouldn't say yes either. Wonder if he'll just roll credits now. Oh my god. I'm just gonna have to say yes, huh?
Not bad, little porter.
Oh my god.
Okay, Lou. Time for some nom-noms.
There's really no differences there. Oh, wait, okay. That's interesting. Nah. Oh my god.
Not bad, little porter. Not bad at all.
Now, I wonder if I can just
Okay, Lou. Time for some
keep
nom-noms.
doing this if there's not gonna be any change. Wait. Oh shit. They're not gonna make me go through this again, are they?
No, no!
-61.
This is fantastic. 10 out of 10. I don't even have to play the rest of the game. It's perfect.
Yeah, all right.
So you'll do it?
Uh-huh. What about Lou, though? It's not like I can take my kid with me. If I do this, can you hold the fort for me while I'm gone? Play babysitter?
We're inside the network. There's a child care app I can use. It'll be fine. The lab is only a few days away. I promise he'll be back before you know it. Link up the region as you head south, and come home safe. We'll be waiting. Go on. Slide it on your thumb.
Like a ring?
Try sticking your thumb out, like you're giving me a like.
Hmm.
Access your ring terminal to view the map. From here you can check order details, as well as the cargo for delivery. Now then, let's review the mission that you'll be undertaking on behalf of Drawbridge. Your destination is a research lab in southern Mexico. When you arrive, you'll need to use the Cupid to connect it to the chiral network. Chiral communication utilizes the beach, where time barely passes. Using the Cupid in conjunction with the delivery terminal will allow us to initiate a zero-time massive data transmission. But because of the distance, it's not feasible to head straight to the lab to establish a connection. You'll need to use the way stations to extend network coverage until you're close enough to get the lab online. Your first stop is C1, Ciudad Nuda del Norte. Bring them a delivery and welcome them into the network. Improper corpse disposal remains a serious problem in Mexico. With every additional corpse that spawns a BT, the risk of a void out grows even higher. C1 in particular is struggling to handle this issue. But once they're online, we can give them the technology they need to address the situation. Why don't you take a look at the cargo you're carrying by opening the menu? You can access useful information about your deliveries via your ring terminal. To review the cargo currently in your possession, select Cargo Management. This is the cargo you'll need to deliver. Be sure to get it to its destination in one piece. It's an excellent idea to place the most important cargo in your backpack. We've given you some additional equipment. It can be carried in pouches or in special hooks, just like cargo. All these weapons can be used to incapacitate humans without killing them, so there is no need to worry about causing a void out. Be sure to weigh your various options as you load up.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Not very. Um.
Return to the menu when everything looks good to go.
Hmm. There we go. Nice optimal loadout. Hmm.
Finally, before heading out, make sure to plot your delivery route. Return to the map. See your destination? There's a river you'll need to cross to get there. There are bandits in the area too. Armed groups that have attacked borders in the past. Think about what route you might take from your current location.
Commencing route creation.
We go around. Hmm. Not having to cross a river is also nice. Something like this.
When you plot a route on the map, you'll see what hazards you may run into along the way. You can face these challenges head on, or try to find a way around them. How you get to your destination is up to you, but think it over before getting underway.
Commencing route creation.
It's a river. Very long river, so we'll go here.
Delivery route finalized.
Oh, whoops.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Cool, so it does an appraisal of the number of risks you're taking along the way. I'm not really going to interact with that hazard here, so it's a little overblown. But whatever. Seems fine. So, I guess that's it.
Latest model Cupid. Just completed. We decided to put a hold on network expansion until it was ready to go. Like last time, you'll be using it to welcome people into a whole new world. It won't be any harder than before either. The Chiral network terminals are ready and waiting. Bridges saw to that. Amelie's expedition split into two groups midway. The first continued west, while the second cut south into Mexico. But again, they were only able to lay the groundwork. Until you bring those terminals online with the Cupid, the network can't grow. Hungry?
No.
No more baby food for you.
Don't you get fragile any trouble, I'm gone. Don't you break my kid.
Now who wants to eat?
Stats. Efficiency. Yeah, this is different. Originally, in the first game, there were different aspects of delivery that you got likes for. but it seems they've gone in a nice different direction with this about how you play in general. Huh. Okay, and they show you what the gains are as you level this stuff up. Seems incremental and probably very similar to how they did it in the original. Hmm. A little bit boring. I kind of liked the vague way that they did it in the original, where they just described, oh yeah, you're better at this now, without giving you any numbers. I honestly thought that the increases were larger than they actually are. Alright then. But it's still early.
Done.
Maybe there'll be a bit more depth to it later. Oh, it's L1 now, huh? And crouching is that? It's R1 to crouch now? What's B? Punching? Then what's this? Nothing. Usually it's the square button. It's perform action. Okay, that's weird. Hmm. Um, I guess I'll revive it later. Doesn't... Interesting. It's a little harder to see
Come on, let's get this
everything
done.
being marked as far as the terrain. Yeah. So, gun. Rifles I probably won't need to use. But yeah, this is what you do for most of the game. Really nice map. no sense of how big this map is, besides view distance. Well, there we go. Okay. Yeah.
We're in enemy territory now.
Yeah. Hmm. Same. Looks like there's just 3 of them. Wait. Yep. Uh. It's a little bit. Hmm. Well, anyway. Hmm. Well. They usually don't have anything worth taking. So engagement is largely either for fun or because a mission required. Shit. Well, guess. Guess we're doing this anyway. Non-lethal neutralization. Okay. Yeesh. Animation's a little buggy. Oh. Oh. Oh, reload is circle. Well, time to go into a sandstorm.
This must be their territory.
I'll have to drop an anchor. Up there. There we go.
Storm's coming through.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
This will work. Or not. Might make the wind a little bit less of a problem. Take a right. free ladder. Water's not too deep.
Only gonna get harder.
Why need that one? Okay. It's that's a new slot, I think. It's cool. Wait, 123,000? Here? Seriously?
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Eh? Social strand service. With the SSS, you can read messages sent by people from all over the world. Look back on the likes you've given to and received from porters in other worlds, and enjoy the screenshots you captured in photo mode. Okay. How does it feel to be back out there, Sam? I'll try to use the SSS to keep you up to date with everything over here. Lou was having fun playing around just a while ago, and now is fast asleep in dreamland. I'll send you another message soon, which you can check out on your ring terminal. And don't worry, I'll take care of Lou. Okay. I see. So you can like tips, huh? It looks like. Oh yeah. You can send. Yep, you gotta spam the like button. Right. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's a bunch of photos. Oh, some from the previous journey, previous game. Baby giving a thumbs up. That's okay. Cool. Ah, they even used the old graphics engine, or old engine version for that. You see that his face texture is different, and well, the baby's gonna be different either way. But yeah, there's a little more detail. Okay, cool. Bridge links. friends list, basically. Don't have any friends that play this on PS5, as far as I know. I've got really refined taste in games. Few people play what I play. This is a very niche game that's not popular at all. Yep.
Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Alright. Yeah. Same animation. Okay, this is the first game.
You must be Sam. It can't have been easy to come this far south. You're here to bring us onto the chiral network, right? Ah, that's a relief. We'll be able to dispose of corpses properly once you've got us online. That'll be one less thing for our residents to worry about. Anyway, I believe you have some cargo for me, yes? It's not often you get a delivery in such good shape. You're a lifesaver.
Of course.
It's just like everyone says. You're a man that people can rely on. Okay, use your Cupid to bring us online. The chiral gateway you brought us should allow us to establish a connection between Mexico and the UCA. And with state-of-the-art tech at our disposal, we can finally solve a lot of our problems.
Chiral network coverage successfully expanded. Commencing data collection.
Machine gun. Hmm.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Oh, hey. Yeah, this is the same. Wait, no. It's just similar. There are some different categories there.
Porter grade increased. Congratulations.
So yeah, this is the level up system. I think, I don't know if there's a maximum, but in the last game it generally looked like max was in the upper 300s. Like 360. Combat, yeah, I got some there. Servicemanship. Bridge link is your participation in multiplayer. Gonna have to get PS Plus to get anything in that, I think. Stealth, yeah. I fumbled that. Mm, okay.
network connection confirmed. And now we can begin fabricating the latest corpse disposal equipment. Until recently, we've been dealing with our dead by burying them in tar, but that solution was growing untenable. We should be okay moving forward. I really can't thank you enough. You must be exhausted after your long journey. We've prepared a private room for your exclusive use. There are countless dangers in these parts. You should rest until you're fully recovered. Don't push on until you're ready. Please, stay here before you set out again.
Okay.
Well, our corpse disposal problem is no longer an issue thanks to you. But there's nothing we can do to get rid of the BT area we created. Fear of BTs and damage from timefall and chiralium exposure will continue to be a concern. And let's not forget about the bandits willing to attack travelers and facilities. But so long as we remain connected to the network, we'll have access to new tools and technologies to help combat these threats. You brought us more than a connection to the outside. You brought us hope.
Maybe I should be narrating the choices in dialogue as well. What was untenable about the corpse disposal?
As I mentioned before, we've been taking them to a nearby tar pit and dropping them in. Unfortunately, we took it too far. And it wasn't long before the whole pit turned into a BT area. In trying to prevent the emergence of BTs, we ended up facilitating their creation. And with the constant timefall in the vicinity, chiral contamination has only grown worse. All these problems have contributed to an increased suicide rate, which in turn has resulted in even more bodies that we've had no way to dispose of properly. But thanks to the chiral network, we can now fabricate the corpse disposal facilities that we lack. Everything's going to be all right.
Alright, guess I'll get some sleep.
Thank you again for everything. I'll get started right away on preparing your next order for you. By the time you wake up, it should be good to go. You'll just need to access the delivery terminal here. I hope I can count on you.
Mandatory nap time for cutscene, I suppose. Oh, this is way nicer
Please relax and enjoy your stay.
than in the first game. Cool. He's got dirt accumulated on his hair and face and stuff. That's new. And yep, shoulders. Heavy stuff. His toilet, shower. Guessing the panels here will be personalized to the area we're in. Nice. Not every room is going to be identical then. At least in that way. Just functionally identical. Now, okay, still make him uncomfortable like in the first game. Weird. Unplayable. Garbage. 1 out of 10. Originally, you would do that and you'd cover it up, or he would eventually punch you in the face. It's pretty great. Now look at the table. No, I can't. What? Why can't I look at the table? Or they just want me to sleep. Alright. Hey, this happened in the first game.
Lou.
Are you alright? If you're worried about Lou, don't be. I'll admit, the stuff is pretty new to me, but the app has been a big help. Figuring out why a baby's crying, getting the milk just warm enough. It's had the perfect advice for every situation.
Hi.
So, how does it feel to be back in the saddle?
Works same as it ever was. It's the first time I've been away from Lou.
We're fine. Trust me. Just focus on the road, okay?
Yeah.
Blood volume and stamina at optimal levels. No irregularities detected at this time.
Oh, now I can examine the table. Looks fine. Chiral tea. Alright. And kryptonite. Wow, they're free range now. No more jar for them. Oh well. Power. You test weapons. Sync. Sync's just for like taking selfies of Mr. Reedus. Kinda silly.
review and confirm.
Good morning, Sam. Did you have a good rest? We're already making progress in addressing the corpse disposal situation here. Once again, I've got to thank you for that. If you access the delivery terminal, you'll find that you can fabricate equipment for yourself now too. We have some materials on hand here that you can use to make supplies for your journey. Take as much as you need. Now, we don't have all the same schematics in Mexico that you have access to in the UCA. But as you link up more facilities to increase chiral network bandwidth and improve your connection level with the locals, we should be able to share all kinds of new data with you, expanding your fabrication options further. I heard that you're planning to extend chiral network coverage to the south, down as far as that research facility. So go ahead and pick up the order I posted for you. I'll explain the finer details of the mission while you look at the map provided by ABAS.
Okay. The Libre, pregnant women, or a pregnant woman, and many elderly. No local doctor, they have no access to vital medical care. Help them out, gain their trust by bringing at least one remote medical unit. Alright.
Your next destination is Villa Libre. The people there don't have enough medical equipment to meet their needs. If you bring them this delivery, you'll be sure to earn their trust. And once you've done that, you'll have an easier time convincing them to become part of the chiral network. Timefall is coming down hard in this area. Cargo containers that are exposed to timefall will begin to degrade. If you carry container repair spray with you, you can use it to mitigate these effects before it becomes a problem. Keep an eye out for the rivers and bandit camps in the area too. Hazards like these can make your life much harder. On your way to Villa Libre, you might pass a post box we built. We left behind some spare equipment in its shared locker. If you see it, take a look inside. Everything is yours to use as you deem fit. There should be materials in there too, enough to fabricate something if you like. Also, if you have any extra equipment, you can use the box to donate it to other people. With a moment's generosity, you can make another porter's day. Finally, each postbox has a private locker which can be used to store equipment for later use, and a recycle feature that will turn any unneeded items into materials. So what do you think? Have enough information to plan your journey to Villa Libre? Take your time to finalize your route.
Oh. Okay. Looks like players... Didn't think I would see player structures without, a subscription. Interesting. So... Could go around with the mountain. It would save me the trouble of the river. But the river's probably a bit easier. Just gotta skirt the perimeter here.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Yeah. So there's some cliffs. Not a big deal, though.
This order calls for some pretty hefty cargo to be sure. But don't forget to take into account all the other extras you'll need to carry to get the job done. Every piece of equipment you take also adds to your overall weight. So think carefully about your loadout. Try to pick critical items that won't weigh you down and wear you out when combined with your cargo. Run out of stamina halfway through a delivery, and you're in for a world of hurt.
I don't think I've ever had that happen. It's pretty forgiving.
Make all necessary preparations for your delivery. When everything is...
Yep. That looks ridiculous. Okay. Fabricate stuff.
Please select an item to fabricate.
Looks good.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Online. We're finally connected to the Cairo network. It's been 4 long years since the first expedition set up that terminal, and we've been waiting patiently to get hooked up ever since. To know we're not alone out here, that's all humanity wants. Hmm. Comments? And not only are we connected to other locations, we can also fabricate new equipment using the printers. Living the dream. Much of yapping about facilities and VR training.
Site detected nearby.
That's the spirit. Rest recommended. I will always support you. Safety first.
Good old Timefall. Eh? Whoops.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Disengaging weapons restriction.
Really good sound design on the environmental stuff. Especially the rain.
Warning, fly risk elevated.
Got it.
Yeah, cargo damage is pretty high. Or container damage, I guess. It's an important distinction. The contents don't take any damage unless you fall over or something. The rain won't really damage anything, even if the container's durability is 0. If it does drop to 0, though, you just gotta be more careful. I'll mess with the tar, when I don't have a job to do. Or at least a more recent save. What the? Interesting. The first game didn't have creatures like this out and about. Cool. I don't know if they're dangerous. I guess they're okay. Nope. Nah, that's bad.
Warning, analysis confirms that these hostile life forms are chiral creatures.
They get a taste for blood. And swarm you, I guess.
Now leaving chiral network.
Maybe I can avoid having to scale the cliffside if I put a ladder out up here. I don't know if it's gonna reach. No. What? No. I could connect them. Nice. Save the game. Yeah, let's do hard mode. We'll restart the game from my most recent save. Yeah. That's fine. I'm almost at the end of this.
Huh. So that's the place, huh?
No, I leveled up in 3 things already. That's pretty quick. Expected it to be as grindy as the first. Would usually take like 100 deliveries for improvements like that.
You're Sam, right? Did the Timefall give you a lot of trouble? Thanks for making the trip. Allow me to assess the condition of your cargo. This is practically flawless. Mil gracias. did not think we would ever get this back, but seems I was wrong. Thank you so much for bringing it in. I have to say, this was well worth the wait. I had a feeling you wouldn't let me down. Time to connect the Cupid. Once we're part of the chiral network, we'll be able to use these remote medical units you brought. I can get myself checked out as well. We've all been looking forward to this. So go ahead and link us up.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Big stealth level ups. Nice.
Chiral communications have been established. Now I can finally use one of these medical units to assess the condition of the child I'm carrying. I just pray they're strong and healthy. The elderly residents here will also be happy to receive proper medical care. Oh, seems like you should be capable of fabricating PCCs now as well. Probably thanks to the chiral network expansion and the resulting increase in total bandwidth. Of course, every additional structure will eat into that bandwidth, but there should be more than enough to support anything you build. Within reason, that is. There's one other problem we've been dealing with lately, though. It's not a critical issue, so I've posted an aid request with further details. If you're interested, you can check it out via your ring terminal.
Old people?
The only people that still live here other than myself are elderly. The last of the younger residents decided to risk it all and leave for Ciudad Nudo del Norte a while back. Too many bandits in these parts. Like the one I used to be. We took what we wanted and didn't care about anyone but ourselves. But after I got pregnant, I realized I could not keep living like that. Had to clean up my act. Start living for someone else. My friends didn't understand at all. So they ditched me. Left me to wander on my own. Until the people here agreed to take me in. Even though the poor souls are struggling with all kinds of health issues. That's why we put in the order for these remote medical units.
What issues you dealing with?
Some of the cargo we had stored here was washed away during a massive flood. The water carried it into bandit territory, so we're in no position to reclaim it ourselves. I know this isn't the sort of thing a porter like you normally does, but if you're willing and able, please, check the aid request. All of the relevant details should be available for review on that ring terminal you're wearing. You can use it to confirm the cargo's location. So, if your travels happen to take you out that way, we'd really appreciate the help.
Something the matter with your baby?
I'm not sure. I should have given birth to my child ages ago. But for some reason, the fetus seems to have stopped growing at 7 months. If something's wrong with my body, I can't tell what it is. And not knowing is driving me insane. But with one of our new medical units, I might finally be able to get answers. I want to believe I can still bring this child into the world someday. A new order has just come through for you. Looks like the residents of the C1 South Distribution Center need you to recover some cargo from a bandit encampment and bring it to them. You can review the specifics of the order when you get around to accepting it. So once you're good to go, access the delivery terminal here to get underway. I'll share additional info with you as soon as you do so.
Order completed. Well done. I will always support you. That's the spirit.
You have been a great help.
Okay. So... alright.
Okay, Sam. Are you ready? Then I'll bring you up to speed with what I know. The order you've undertaken is to recover chiral density gauges that have been stolen by bandits and taken back to their base. The base is located in some overgrown ruins, so you'll have a hard time getting a clear view of it. You might want to construct a watchtower nearby before you charge in. With it, you can get a better handle on the situation and improve your odds of getting the job done quietly. But that's not all, of course. Other porters are also able to make use of your structures. This way, you can help out the people who follow in your footsteps through this area. Think about what I told you and finalize your route. Best of luck to you out there.
Alright. Looks like... yeah, I can cut through here.
Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
I don't think I'll need the machine gun. I guess I'll leave it here. I probably won't be able to make any more VODs on the clock like this. Almost out of mobile data. Not till next week anyway. I'll just have to rely on streaming when I get home from work and stuff to make VODs. I won't even be able to play here. Jeez.